Okay guys, welcome back to Football Family Feuds. Today I'm just going to do a video dedicated to Super Frankie Lampard. Right. Why is Frank Lampard such a success at Chelsea? For me, it's simple. He has no favourites. Yeah, as simple as that. He has no favourites. His team is picked on merit, okay? If we look at former managers, we look at Jose Mourinho, we look back at Antonio Conte, Maurizio Sarri, what did all of those managers have in common? They just stuck to the senior pros. No matter what sort of form they're in, they were playing. So for instance, Jose Mourinho's last season with us, his downfall was continuing with Ivanovic. In the end, we were just felt so sorry for Ivanovic. We couldn't even have a go at him because he was one of our greatest players. But to see his demise, his rapid demise, and the fact that Jose kept prolonging that pain by having him in the side week in, week out. So we go to fast forward to Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte, he had his rigid 3-4-3. He didn't deviate from that, and so the likes of Marcus Alonso, when they were underperforming, stayed in the side regardless. He also picked players like Moses did okay, but yeah, but again he was usually stuck with the same 14 or 15 players, and he didn't deviate from that. He didn't utilise the squad as he should have done. And what should I say about Sarri? We all know about Sarri. We all knew what team he was going to pick, and we all knew what substitutes he was going to pick. So he only picked, no matter what some people are saying that Hudson-Odoi was chosen by him, but we now know, and it's been verified by a few sources within the club, that the only reason that Hudson-Odoi played under Sarri was because he was instructed to by the board, because we didn't want him to move to Bayern Munich. With Frank Lampard now, we have a breath of fresh air, because he, as already said, players are picked on form, not reputation. So what we were seeing with the previous managers was that standards were dropping. You had the likes of Willian, Pedro, Alonso. They were just coasting because they knew no matter what sort of performance they put in, they were definitely going to be picked the next week. Yeah, because most of those managers favoured senior pros and they didn't want to take a chance on the younger players. So Frank's come in and he's looked at them, he said, what I see in training, how you perform in training, how well you do in the games, that's how I'm going to be picking my team. And what we're seeing now is competition for places. So that means that performance levels have got better. Let's take Azpilicueta for instance. At the beginning of the season, he was shocking. So a lot of people are talking about hope he doesn't go down that Ivanovic path where we just see a gradual decline in his performances. But of late, he has picked up. Why is that? And the reason why he's actually picked up his performances is because we've got a certain Reece James waiting in the wings. So Azpilicueta has looked, he saw Reece James there, and he knows Reece James is itching to come and take that spot. So all of a sudden, hey presto, his performance levels are back to what we know Azpilicueta can do. We all know that his crossing is not great anyway, but he's never been good at crosses anyway, but he's always been a fantastic one-on-one defender, and even that was average or even on the decline at the beginning of the season. But now his one-on-one defending is back to what we know Aspi can do. So, yep, I said that's because of the competition he has behind him. Marcus Alonso, another one. You know, at the beginning of the season, he wasn't first pick. We had Emerson there. Alonso's come into the side now, and he has cut out some of those silly errors. Again, we all do know the limitations of the player, but we can't fault him on effort, and he is actually putting in some decent performances now. So he's making it hard now for Frank Lampard to bring back Emerson into the team. We've got Kurt Zouma, after a dodgy start, playing out of his skin. Tomori's come in and he's doing well as well. So, and they know that they can't slip with their performances because Rudiger is close to fitness, and I don't think he's going to walk straight back into the side, because at the moment we've got a good partnership developing in those two. So I think he's got to bide his time to get back into the side as well. And Christensen has probably gone down the pecking order to fourth choice now. Kante's out injured. Kovacic has come in, and he's been our best player, I think, for the last two games. Fantastic performance against Ajax and another stellar performance against Burnley over the weekend. And so now he's Kante here. We're not even missing Kante at the moment because such is the performances of Kovacic. And so he knows that he's got to keep playing to these levels, because Kante, once he gets fit, he's waiting in the wings to get back into the team. So, and then we have it on the wings as well. Pulisic, when he first came in, a lot of people were saying that he should be playing in the side, but Lampard wanted to ease him into the side slowly. He came in, came off the bench against Ajax, immediately made a massive impact in the game, and it was him who set up the winner for Batshuayi, and also started this weekend, justified his pick by scoring a hat-trick. So now, what does it do? It increases those levels, you know, because Hudson-Odoi now knows that when he comes back into the team, he's got to be playing at the same sort of level. Otherwise, he'll be spending a bit of time on the bench. Willian has been very consistent as well. He's not an automatic pick now himself. So, but he's playing on merit. He's not playing because he's a senior pro. He's playing because he's doing a great job on the right-hand side, and he's doing what the manager's asked of him. And his performances haven't really dipped. Otherwise, if his performances dip, the player's waiting in the wing to take his place. Tammy Abraham, another one. He's got Batshuayi breathing down his neck. Giroud's waiting, and so he's playing at the top of his level. So that's what we're having. We're having competition, genuine competition for places. And so there's no certain picks. There's like, I remember Mourinho was once famed for saying that he has 8 untouchables, and the rest of the team are, you know, ifs or maybes, but he had 8 starters. And so none of this nonsense of 8 starters. No, you're only a starter if you prove yourself in training and you prove yourself in the games and you are consistent in your performances. So yeah, so what that does, that breeds competition. And when you are competitive, that makes you a successful team. So well done, Frank. I like what you're doing. I like that you're not picking players just on reputation alone. You're picking them on form. Like, that's simple management, but not a lot of managers get it right. So at the moment, Frank has got it spot on. So continue what you're doing, and let's keep singing that Super Frank song.